Emma, can I say a massive welcome, because you are officially the first guest on the newly launched Sky Sports Tennis Channel.
Thank you. I've heard about it a lot, and yeah, I'm very happy to be here and to be with some familiar faces as well.
How are you feeling about these conditions?
Yeah, I mean, it's cold, rainy. I think it's going to slow the conditions down more. It's actually my first time playing this tournament, so for me it's about getting used to the conditions, the venue, where everything is as well.
And how are you feeling now, a handful of matches into being back on tour? What is working? What did you miss? Are there some things you think, actually, I didn't miss this while I was on tour?
Yeah, I think it's been good for me to have a few matches under my belt now. I think that in practice I'm really improving some specific areas technically, and I think that is really helping me. And now it's just about implementing it more and more in matches, and I feel like that's going to come with more practice. I mean, I started relatively recent after surgery, so it's only been like 2 months of me back on court. So yeah, to be playing at this speed, and I played a really good match first round last week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just continuing to build throughout the season.
Emma, how's the bod feeling? Because it's been pretty continuous play. You decided to play last week, as well as a pretty full schedule over the next few months, it sounds like. So, I mean, any aches and pains?
Honestly, I feel really good physically in terms of niggles or anything. One thing is, obviously, I haven't had a lot of matches in a week back to back. I've had 2 maybe, which I've been pulling up completely fine. But that's refreshing for me as well, because a lot of the time in 22 and 23, I would hurt after 1 match. And so yeah, I've been feeling really good physically. So I did a lot of gym work at the end of last year when I couldn't train tennis-wise, so yeah, I'm hoping to continue that way. I think like wrists and the surgeries all went well, so there's no setbacks there.
And who have you got with you this week? Is it Nick again?
Yeah, I'm with Nick.
Good squad.
Yeah, I really like it.
And we always talk about players' goals, and what are your goals for the year? Is one of your goals just to stay healthy so you can get those matches in?
My biggest goal is for sure to stay healthy, injury-wise, sickness-wise. I think also another goal is just consistency. I feel like one thing I did really well after Australia was I really knew I had some areas to develop, and obviously when you start working with a new coach, they implement new things. So you want to give yourself time to do that, but on the tour there is no time really. So straight after Australia, I kind of went back to London, took 1 day off to rest, and then 2 days off to rest, and then just training straight away. And that's one thing that I'm doing better. It's not like, okay, after a tournament, if it's a loss, I have to take like 4 or 5 days off, either because I'm too upset or either because I have a niggle that I need to sort out. You know, it's just straight back to it, and I think a long-term perspective. So yeah, just consistent work, and I'm improving little by little.
In terms of level, as you mentioned, in Abu Dhabi you played a great first round match. Do you think, and you were hoping to get back at that level that quickly, or it was most as a surprise to you? Because practice is one thing, but to put that in a match situation when the stress comes in, when your body maybe feel a little rust from not playing on the competition tour for quite some months, is maybe sometimes a lot more difficult than it looks like. So how did you assess yourself?
100% more difficult, and I think especially in the recent months I've made a few technical tweaks. So I mean, to try and change something technically is actually difficult as well. You start, you know, as you know, with hand feeds and baskets, then drilling, then point play, then match play, and you kind of assess there. But I think I actually made some tweaks after Australia right before Abu Dhabi, and I think seeing them in the first round match was actually a really good positive for me, because I was like, well, that's like a week of practice. We worked really hard, but to see it come through, I was really encouraged by that. And I think that now on, I'm like slowly getting there, you know. It's like little by little you get better, and then you learn something, and then you unlearn something, and it's that process. But gradually over time you unlearn less of it and you just improve more.
And for this week, we've been hearing from Marion that the courts play quite fast, maybe not with these particular conditions, but you're not going to be quite as close to the baseline as Marion is. Really? But is that the idea, to play that aggressive?
Honestly, I've never played here, so I have no idea. I'm hitting later, but I've heard from everyone the courts are really slow, so that's the first time I've heard this is quick, and if it's quick I encourage it, so it's okay.
Well, the balls are definitely flying, so you will find it quite quick. It goes out of your racket really easily.
Everything's
That's for
quick
sure.
when Marion plays it. Well,
She will play maybe Ostapenko in the second round, so that's definitely going to come quick.
And apparently we're only going to have rain today. The weather's going to be lovely for the rest of the week, so you'll be able to ditch the coat, get stuck into the tennis. We're going to let you go, but can we just say thank you again for being our first guest on Sky Sports Tennis Channel?
No, thank you for having me.